evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's JV game against the visiting Orlando? That's a bit far away. The Osakis Silver Streaks and the BBE Jaguars. Tonight's game will be played here at the BBE High School Gymnasium. Now, last night the boys took their chance against Osakis, and they unfortunately lost both JV and Varsity. Let's see how the girls go against them tonight. The starting lineups for tonight's game for Osakis: number 4, Bella Weiser; number 20, Haley Walker; number 30, Madeline Anderson; number 32, Carly Menshuber; 34, Taylor Dirks; and for BBE, number 3, Bree T-Schaefer; number 4, Faith Rademacher; number 5, Presley Dentloff; number 13, Grace Jackson; and number 24, Madison Hoffman. Here's Bree T-Schaefer now with the ball. Currently being guarded by number 20, Haley Walker. She loses the ball but gets it back, and it looks like it's out of bounds. It's a turnover. Anderson inbounds it. And Dirks passes back to Anderson. Now over to Menshuber. She's guarded by Madison Hoffman. Weiser trying to pass it to number 20, Haley Walker, and it goes over her head, but she eventually gets it. Bella Weiser now with it, guarded by Grace Jackson. That shot's no good from Osakis, but the rebound and the shot for a second time is no good. Presley Dentloff running it up the court. Bree T-Schaefer's shot is blocked there by Osakis. Silver Streaks now with the ball. And that layup is good from Osakis' very own number 32, Carly Menshuber. The first 2 points of the game for Osakis. T-Schaefer passes it to Rademacher. Tries to go with the layup with a tough D from Osakis there. And Presley Dentloff steps out of bounds. It's a turnover to Osakis. Some substitution for BBE as Adley Hagan, and it looks like number 14, Tiffany Dingman, comes in for the Jaguars. Osakis inbounds it, and they pass it to the other side of the court. Double guarded is number 20, Haley Walker, and that shot is good for 3 points for Osakis. It was a nice 3 from Taylor Dirks right there. The Jaguars definitely want to get something on because they are down by 5 at the beginning of this game, and they want to get a roll on. And no 3 answered back from Tiffany Dingman there. Osakis rebounds it, and they bring it to their side of the court. And it looks like that was an attempted pass, but it was picked up by Adley Hagan, and she drops the ball, and it turns back over to Osakis. It looks like that was an attempted pass by Menshuber to bring it closer to the paint, but it was knocked out of bounds. Still Osakis' ball. Over the head pass and a nice layup from Bella Weiser of Osakis, giving her her first 2 points of the game. T-Schaefer over to Rademacher. She dribbles towards the basket, passing it out to Adley Hagan. And out to Bree T-Schaefer. She's trying to go in. She goes for a layup, and it looks like a double dribble caused by T-Schaefer. Another turnover. Anderson tried inbounding it to Dirks, but it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be a turnover. Jaguars ball. Faith Rademacher inbounds it to Tiffany Dingman. She tries to bounce pass it to Madison Hoffman, but it's no good and taken by Osakis. They're rushing it up the court. Haley Walker now with it, and the attempt at the layup, and she draws the foul, giving her 2 shots. That'll be Madison Hoffman's first foul of tonight's game. And the first free throw bounces off the front, and it goes in. And she's 2 for 2, Haley Walker, making 2 points at the free throw line there. Adley Hagan inbounds it to number 13 for the Jaguars, Grace Jackson. She's looking out, seeing what she can do with her teammates. It was tried to pass by Faith Rademacher. It bounces out of her hands, and it goes over to Osakis. Timeout called by Coach Rambo and the Jaguars. Current score, Jaguars 0, Osakis Silver Streaks 8. Let's see if the Jaguars can come back after this one. Back with this current game, which is a one-sided deficit so far, with Osakis Silver Streaks having 8 points and the Jaguars with nothing. Though it's only 3 or so minutes into the game, so you never know what's going to happen. Men user with the ball, and now over to Walker. And that's a 3 attempt, and that's no good from Dirks. Osakis gets it back. And it looks like a foul is drawn on the Jaguars. That foul will be on number 13 for the Jaguars, Grace Jackson. That'll be her first of the game. Taylor Dirks starts with the ball, and it's passed all the way to number 32, Men's Huber. Some nice tough D from the Jaguars here. And that's a nice layup from Bella Weiser, as she leads her team to 10 points in this game so far. Grace Jackson now dribbling it to the other side. Her pass is tipped by Osakis, but she gets it back. She passes to Rademacher. Over to Adley Hagan, now over to Dingman. Osakis tries to get the ball out of her hands. It's passed to Grace Jackson. Her attempt at a 3 is no good, but the Jaguars get it back. That pass is tipped by Osakis. And there goes Dirks with a nice runaway layup. 2 points for her. Bree T-Schaefer now coming in for Faith Rademacher for the Jaguars. A nice screen from Adley Hagan there. Bree T-Schaefer now rushing into the paint and shoots it out to Grace Jackson. Presley Dentloff now with it. An attempt at a layup, and it looks like she was fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line for 2 shots there. Some nice applause from our audience of broadcasters. And with that, the Jaguars are finally on the board with a point from Presley Dentloff. second one's no good, making her 1 for 2 in that one. Weiser now with it, being guarded by Dingman. Walker passing it to Weiser, and now on over to Anderson. Or, sorry, Menshuber. Now it's in Anderson's hands. It's tipped out by Presley Dentloff. She goes for the fast break layup, and it's no good. But they get the ball back. Tiffany Dingman tipping it out of Osakis' hands. Grace Jackson falls, but she passes it to Adley Hagan, now over to Dingman. She goes for 3 points. Off the backboard, off the rim, no good. But Grace Jackson now with it. Presley Dentloff for a 2. And it looks like it was a travel. And the basket is no good. Osakis' ball. Weiser now with it, guarded by Netloff. It's over to Anderson. Now Menshuber trying to see what she can do here. Taylor Dirks on over to Haley Walker. And that's Weiser with a 3-pointer there. A nice screen there from Madison Hoffman. Osakis with some substitutions of their own. Now with 52, Maggie Dirks, and number 54, Dariana Meyer. Hoffman with a layup, and that's no good. The rebound is to 54, Dariana Meyer. Weiser passing it to number 34, Dirks. Now Meyer, and Weiser's 3 is no good. Out of bounds and to the Jaguars. Dentloff now with it. And it's taken away by the Silver Streaks there. Nice assist, and it looks like that was somewhat of a block of a layup, and it caused a travel for Osakis. Bree Schaefer running it past Osakis' defense, and she gets the and one, going to the stripe to try and make it a 3-point play. That'll be a foul on Dariana Meyer, her first and the team's 3rd foul of the game. And there it is, the free throw made by Bree Schaefer, giving them 4 points. Meyer now with it, spins on over to Weiser, and now on over to Maggie Dirks. Taylor Dirks over to Weiser. Now Menshuber, guarded by Faith Rademacher, seeing if she can do something. It's tipped out of her hands by Faith, but she gets the ball back. A 2-point shot attempt by number 34, Taylor Dirks, and she makes it. Tried to get tipped away from Osakis, but she gets past him, but it dribbles off her foot and it rolls out of bounds. Now Osakis' ball. Osakis now dribbling and passing up the court. A nice open layup, and there's 2 points for Dariana Meyer. T. Schaefer over to Jackson. She attempts a 3-pointer. It's off the back iron, no good. T. Schaefer gets the rebound, and it's blocked, and that block will turn into a foul for Osakis. Bree T. Schaefer going to the line for 2 points. Foul will be on number 54, Dariana Meyer, her second foul of the game. First one's good from Bree. Let's see if she can go for two. Taylor Dirks coming in for Osakis as Dariana Meyer takes a seat on the bench. And they're both good as a high bounce comes off the back iron for Bree, and she gets both free throws to go for her. A long pass, a turnaround layup, and it's no good. But Osakis passes it out. And that shot from Taylor Dirks is no good. They try to get it from going out of bounds, but they cannot stop it, and it goes to the Jaguars. The Jaguars currently communicating with their teammates. Bree passes it over to Tiffany Dingman, but it's tipped by Osakis. And there's Menshuber going at it. Pass over to Maggie Dirks. On over to Taylor Dirks. Now with Haley Walker. And now over to Madeline Anderson. Osakis really passing the ball on this play here. They try to pass it inside, but Madeline Anderson dribbles it down onto her foot. Rolls out of bounds. Bree Schaefer communicating to her teammates and passes it to Tiffany Dingman. She bounce passes it back to Bree Schaefer. And out to Grace Jackson it goes. And it's tipped by Osakis, and there's the fast break play, currently being guarded by Bree Schaefer. And a fall taken by number 20 for Osakis, Haley Walker. A simple pass and a simple layup to number 20, Haley Walker. Tiffany Dingman now with it. A large pass to Grace Jackson, and she manages to pull it in. She dribbles down the court, but it's taken out of her hands. Faith Rademacher tries to go for 2 points, but it's no good. Grace Jackson tears it out of Osakis' hands, and it's a jump ball. Rademacher being guarded by Weiser. She inbounds it to T. Schaefer. Definitely some tough D shown tonight by the JV Osakis girls team. Taylor Dirks now with it being guarded by Presley Dentloff. It's out to Weiser. And a simple pass into the paint, and the layup is no good from Bella Weiser. Dentloff for the Tiffany Dingman for three. Tiffany's three is no good. Tipped out of bounds, still BBE's ball. And a timeout is called by Coach Austin Rambo and the Jaguars. Current score is 6 for the Jaguars, 21 for the Silver Streaks. With 6 minutes 17 left in the first half, we have to see what's going on. We'll see you after this one. as we come into the timeout here. The Jaguars and Austin Rambo definitely got to pull themselves together and get their head in the game, as Troy Bolton once said in High School Musical. What a great movie. Anyway, Bree T. Schaefer now trying to inbound to the Jaguars. A layup attempt by Presley Dentloff, no good. Some great defense there from Osakis. Anderson on over to Menshuber. She passes it to Walker. A fake pass by Anderson, and she gives it to Menshuber. She's currently being guarded by Tiffany Dingman. Again, some nice passing here from the Silver Streaks in this play. And that shot bounces off the rim very high and drops down for 2 points for Miss Haley Walker. Bree T. Schaefer communicating what play they should do for this go. Tiffany Dingman, a lob pass to Presley Dentloff, back to Tiffany Dingman. A bounce pass to Bree T. Schaefer. She gets into under the hoop, and the layup is no good. Too much power on that one. Menshuber dribbling it down the court. Haley Walker seeing what she can do here. She's guarded by Bree T. Schaefer. Taken away by Grace Jackson, but she takes it out of bounds. Still Osakis' ball. Some substitutions for the Jaguars here, as Adley Hangen comes in for Faith Rademacher. And Madison Hoffman comes in for Tiffany Dingman. Menshuber inbounds it to someone should have been there, and it's barely a backcourt violation. One more inch to the left, or sorry, to her right. Would have been a backcourt. Tipped out of Weiser's hands, but she gets it back. Menshuber now with it, seeing what she can do. A lob pass to Walker. And back over to Menshuber. And there's 2 points for number 52, Maggie Dirks. Bree T. Schaefer dribbles it in, and she will get the foul there, going to the line for another attempt at 2 points. That's what I meant to say. First one's no good from Bree T. Schaefer. And the second one no good. Judging by her previous trips to the line, you would not expect that of her, but something must have gotten in her head. Tipped out of Osakis' possession, but they get it back. And now it's tipped out of bounds by Bree T. Schaefer. Still Osakis' ball. Inbound to Menshuber. Anderson now with it, guarded by Hagen. Weiser over to Menshuber on the three-point line. Bree T. Schaefer tries to tip it out of her hands, but is unsuccessful there. Menshuber at the top of the three. Walker double teamed. Over to Anderson. It's tipped, and it's in Presley Dentloff's hand. She's going for the layup, and it's stolen by Weiser there. Menshuber lob passes it down the court, almost out of her hands, and it's caught by Presley Dentloff there. Bree T. Schaefer maintains her possession, slips out of Presley Dentloff's hands, and ends up in Grace Jackson's, and her layup misses. She gets her own rebound, though. She walks away from the basket and gets 2 points from the mid-range shot there. That'll be her first 2 points of tonight's game. Anderson at the top of the key. Menshuber being guarded by Presley Dentloff right now. She's taking her time, seeing what she can do. Looks like she was trying to pass it to Maggie Dirks, but she was not corresponding, and it goes out of bounds. Adley Hagen passing it to Grace Jackson. It's tipped by Osakis. And it looks like Menshuber was trying to get the ball back, but it goes out of bounds before she can. Still Jaguars ball. Grace Jackson, a nice screen from Adley Hagen there. A toss at the hoop, but it's no good. Madison Hoffman gets the rebound, but her shot is blocked by Osakis. A breakaway layup from Osakis, and Bella Weiser gets 2 more points. The ball is stolen from Osakis' Menshuber. It's passed back over to number 20 for Osakis. Haley Walker, and her layup is no good. Bunch of teammates screaming Adley's name for the ball, but she keeps it for herself. She passes it out to Tiffany Dingman. Over to Faith Rademacher. She goes for 3 points, and that is a perfect swish for her. Timeout called by Osakis. Current score 11 for the Jaguars, 27 for the Silver Streaks. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Both teams' head coaches, Mike Sorensen for Osakis and Austin Rambo for the Jaguars, using those dry erase clipboards to show them players what plays they should do to improve the game. Osakis now with it, and it slips out of Weiser's hands and goes out of bounds. A nice screen there by Faith Rademacher. Grace Jackson tightly guarded right now, and it's bounced off of Weiser's foot. And looks like it was last touched by Haley Walker, and it'll still be Jaguars ball. Bree T. Schaefer now coming in, and Grace Jackson will take a seat on the bench. T. Schaefer on over to Tiffany Dingman. She goes for 3. It rattles around the rim. No good. It's rushed by Anderson. And that'll be a foul on the Jaguars. And 52 for Osakis. Maggie Dirks will go to the line for an attempt at 2 points. Foul on Tiffany Dingman. That being her... Can't see it on the scoreboard, but a foul in the game. Oh, there it is. Her first foul of the game. And that one's no good for number 52, Maggie Dirks. Stolen by Osakis once more. Menshuber running it up the court over to Bella Weiser. A lob pass over to Haley Walker. And a layup as it's tossed in to Maggie Dirks, getting her another 2 points. Less than a minute remaining in the first half. An attempt of Bree T. Schaefer passing it to Faith Rademacher, but too much power on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Bella Weiser over to Menshuber. She goes for 3 points, and it's no good. Osakis tries to get the ball back, but Madison Hoffman ends up with it. Faith Rademacher now going for the layup, and it looks like she was fouled on the way up, and she'll go to the stripe for an attempt at 2 points. That would be Haley Walker's second foul of this game. Bounces off the back iron, off the backboard, and it's no good for her first shot. And it looks like the ball followed the same path there as it does not fall in for her. Menshuber over to Weiser. Now over to Walker. She goes towards the paint, but passes it out to Menshuber. Out to Bella Walker. 5 seconds remaining. That shot no good from number 30, Madeline Anderson. And that will be the end of the first half for this JV game. Current score, BBE Jaguars 11, Osakis Silver Streaks 29. A one-sided game thus far. And as the coaches talk about their teammates, we'll take a break at halftime, and we'll see you after this. we are to continue this JV game between the Osakis Silver Streaks and the BBE Jaguars. Now, for those who did not see it, the BBE Jaguars boys team took a loss to the JV team of Osakis, with last night's final score being 50-46, with the Osakis Silver Streaks winning. And the varsity team also took a loss to the Osakis Silver Streaks, with their final score being 71-66. But on some lighter news, the Vikings won, so that's always good, with the final score of 36-28, beating the Steelers. They definitely had that game going, especially in the first half. Now on to the game at play. Osakis now with it. Haley Walker being guarded by Bree T. Schaefer. Passed over to Dariana Meyer. It ends up in Taylor Dirk's hands. She's currently being guarded tightly by Faith Rademacher. And that three no good by Haley Walker. But Bella Weiser gets the rebound. And it looks like Haley Walker will get a trip to the line for an attempt at 2 points as she's fouled there. That foul landing on number 4, Faith Rademacher for the Jaguars, giving her her first foul of the game. Or of the half, sorry. And she's good there on that free throw. Bree T. Schaefer rushing the ball up the court, currently being guarded by Taylor Dirks. A screen by Madison Hoffman. It looks like it was a charge. Or sorry, incomplete screen by Madison Hoffman, giving her her second foul. Tough inbounding, but Anderson ends up getting it to Weiser there. And that three no good by Taylor Dirks. Osakis got the rebound, but they tried to pass it and save it from going out of bounds, but it ends up in Bree T. Schaefer's hands. Adley Hagen now with it. Faith Rademacher at the top of the key. She goes in towards the paint and passes out to Adley Hagen. And that shot no good from Faith Rademacher. The mid-range just did not want to go for her. Madeline Anderson passes it out to Bella Weiser, and that three is no good from her. Bree T. Schaefer contains the ball and brings it to the other side of the court. Faith Rademacher goes for a three of her own, and she misses it. Weiser on over to Dirks and over to Walker. And that will be a foul on the Jaguars, as number 30 for Osakis, Madeline Anderson, goes to the line for two. The foul landing on number 10, Adley Hagen for the Jaguars, giving her her first foul of the half. First one's good for Madeline Anderson. The second one no good. But the first free throw giving Madeline Anderson her first points of the game. Presley Detloff gets the ball stolen by Madeline Anderson. And she gets the ball stolen back, but it looks good for her as it maintains in Jaguars' possession. Oh, sorry, it'll end up with Osakis there. Anderson on over to Taylor Dirks. Tries to bounce pass it into the paint, but stolen by the Jaguars there. Bree T-Shift rushes again. Tiffany Dingman for a three, and she's good there as it rattles around the rim. Tiffany Dingman's first 3 points of the game tonight right there. The ball is stolen from Taylor Dirks to Adley Hagan. Bree T-Shift goes up for a three, and she shoots it just under the rim, and it's a miss. And a very long pass, and a nice assist from Bella Weiser as Taylor Dirks gets a layup for Osakis. Adley Hagan passes it over to Presley Dentloff. Tiffany Dingman at the top of the three, and over to number 35, Adriana Galaviz. And that shot is good from number 10, Bree T-Schaefer. 3 points there and giving her first 3 points of the night. The ball goes out of bounds and maintains in Osakis' possession. Bella Weiser now with it, and a new face on the court for Osakis, number 2, Kaylin Walker. And that shot's good from Madeline Anderson for Osakis. T-Schaefer over to Dingman. She gets a wide open three and is no good there. But they maintain possession, and Tiffany Dingman steps out of bounds. Turnover in Osakis' ball. Anderson over to Weiser. Currently dribbling it over to the other side of the court. Knocked out of bounds by Bree T-Schaefer. Still Osakis' possession. And a bounce pass to number 2, Kaylin Walker, and over to Weiser. A pump fake three from Taylor Dirks. And it's a turnover. Jaguars ball now. Hoffman, Rademacher, and Jackson coming for Galaviz, Dentloff, and T-Schaefer for the Jaguars. Grace Jackson dribbling it down. Adley Hagan now to Faith Rademacher. And it looks like a travel caused by Faith. Turnover to Osakis. Taylor Dirks over to Bella Weiser. Weiser's currently being guarded by Hagan. Over to Kaylin Walker. And it looks like that was a travel from Madeline Anderson. Turnover to Jaguars. Grace Jackson dribbles it off her own leg, and it's a turnover to the Osaka Silver Streaks, and Madeline Anderson gets a fast break layup there. That pushes the lead for the Osaka Silver Streaks to 20 points. Faith Rademacher out to Adley Hagan, and now over to Grace Jackson. Passes it over to Tiffany Dingman, going for 3 points off the back iron, no good. Taylor Dirks over to Maggie Dirks. She goes for the wide shot, no good. Jaguars now in possession with Tiffany Dingman dribbling it and passing it to Madison Hoffman on the other side of the court, giving it back to Tiffany Dingman. Stolen by number 34, Taylor Dirks. She goes for the fast break layup, and it's good, giving her 2 points. That'll be 10 points for number 34, Taylor Dirks, in this game tonight. Jaguars moving around on offense here. Faith Rademacher for a three. No good. Grace Jackson get the rebound, and it's blocked by Madeline Anderson. Osakis now in possession. Kaylin Walker dribbling it up. And it looks like violation was caused by her. Turnover to the Jaguars. Timeout called by Rambo and the Jaguars. Current score is 17-39. Osakis winning with 9:46 remaining. Let's see how this game turns out. Faith Rademacher getting ready to inbound the ball here. Passing it over to Grace Jackson. Both teams communicating to see if they can get the upper hand in this play. Adley Hagen goes for 3 points there, and it's no good off the backboard. Grace Jackson gets the rebound and 2 points as that layup goes in for her. Haley Walker. And it's a 3 attempt from number 52, Maggie Dirks, and it's no good. Faith Rademacher passing it to Tiffany Dingman. She passes it out to Grace Jackson. She goes in, attempts at the reverse layup, but drops the ball. Maggie Dirks now dribbling it to the other side. She's being guarded by Madison Hoffman. Kaylin Walker seeing what her opportunities and chances and choices are. That was the word I was looking for. Haley Walker and passing over to Maggie Walker and ends up in Madeline Anderson's hands. She tries to dribble it past Tiffany Dingman, but cannot get it to go, and she passes it out to her fellow teammates. Anderson now with the ball back, tips out, but she gets it. She tries dribbling it in, and she looks around for available teammates. She causes a double dribble, and it's a turnover. Jaguars ball. Fans cheering as they want these Lady Jags to see if they can finish this game out strong. Presley Dentloff over to Grace Jackson. She gets a wide open shot, and just in front of the free throw line, it's no good for her. Jaguars get it back, tipped out of Hoffman's hands, and it's a jump ball. As Osakis' very own number 54, Dariana Meyer, fights for the ball, but it stays in Jaguars' possession. Inbounded to Bree T-Schaefer over to Faith Rademacher at the top of the three. A quick turnaround by Presley Detloff. As it goes in, she gets the and one. Goes to the line to make it a three-point play, or attempt at least. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good, as her free throw is not counted, and it's a two-point play. It looks like Madison Hoffman commits a foul as she pushes a player that I'm not sure of whom, but that would be her third foul of the game. She got to be careful. There's 8 minutes left, which might not seem like a lot, but 2 fouls can happen in a very quick amount of time. It dances around the rim, but the layup is no good for Haley Walker, but she's able to make it up. So let's see if she gets 2 points here at the charity stripe. First shot for her is good, giving her team 40 points. Second shot is no good as it bounces off the front of the rim, making her 1 for 2 in that one. Bree Schaefer dribbles it up the court, currently being guarded by Taylor Dirks. Presley Dentloff outpasses it to Grace Jackson. That was a turnover on Grace Jackson, going over to the Silver Streaks now. Bree Schaefer and Austin Rambo having a quick chat before they get back into the game, seeing if they can hopefully get some more points on the board and possibly get somewhat of a comeback. The Jaguars ending up stealing it, and a lob pass to Faith Rademacher from Presley Dentloff. She outpasses it back to Presley. She goes for 3 points. Off the front of the rim, no good. Bree Schaefer tries to save it from going out of bounds, but is unsuccessful. Osakis' ball. Osakis is really getting their worth on those steals that they committed in the first half. Grace Jackson tightly defending on Bella Weiser. The pass is no good, and it bounces out of bounds, turning over to the Jaguars. Some substitutions for both teams, as Maggie Dirks for the Osakis Silver Streaks and Madison Hoffman for the Jaguars both take a seat. A fake 3 from Presley Dentloff. She passes it over to Grace Jackson. She falls and she drops the ball. She fights for it, ends up being a jump ball and going to Osakis. Turks passing it over to Meyer, and now over to Walker, who's being guarded by Bree Schaefer. Ends up back in Weiser's hands, and now over to Meyer. She passes it into the paint. A nice spin move in the air by number 34, Taylor Dirks. And it looks like she was fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points. And that'll be Adley Hagen's second foul. First one no good. And the second one's good, making her 50% on that one. Bree Schaefer runs it into the paint, a layup, and it goes in, giving her the and one, making it a chance for a 3-point play as she goes to the free throw line. Foul will be on number 34 for Osakis, Taylor Dirks, giving it her third of this one. First free throw is good. First and only free throw, making it a 3-point play. Bree Schaefer now has 8 points in this one. But everyone on the Jaguars team right now that is on the court having 3. But a chance to change that. Presley Dentloff for a layup, and she's good there. 2 points for Presley Dentloff, 5 in total, matching her jersey number. Meyer now with it, passing it on over to Taylor Dirks. Anderson over to Weiser. A fake pass, and now it's over to Meyer. Currently being guarded tightly by Presley Dentloff. They try to pass it into the paint to Haley Walker, but it falls out of her hands, goes out of bounds. Jaguars ball. Bree Schaefer passing it out to Rademacher. And it looks like a travel was caused by Faith Rademacher and a turnover for the Jaguars. Weiser passes it, threading the needle there, and Haley Walker gets the shot with a nice assist from number 4, Bella Weiser. A 3 attempt from Adley Hagen, and it's no good as it misses it. The last touch by Osakis, still Jaguars possession. Madison Hoffman and Grace Jackson come in for the Jaguars as Adley Hagen and Bree T-Schiffer take a seat on the bench. And for the Osakis Silver Streaks, Kaylin Walker comes in as number 54, Dariana Meyer, takes her seat. Quick pause in the game to get a mention and some advice from Coach Sorensen, and we're back to the races. Grace Jackson shot there, no good, but it's taken back by Tiffany Dingman. Grace Jackson being guarded by Weiser. She tries to pass it to Faith Rodemacher, but it's number 34, Taylor Dirks with it. Bella Weiser for the fast break layup is good, giving her 11 points in this one. Presley Duntloff, fake passes, now real passes it over to Faith Rodemacher, top of the key, no good at that three-pointer. Going out of bounds, last touch by the Jaguars. Caitlin Walker over to Madeline Anderson, now over to Taylor Dirks. Back to Anderson, back to Walker, and now over to Weiser. It's tipped by Presley Duntloff. She goes for a fast break layup, fakes it, and still misses the shot. Looks like Presley Duntloff caused the foul, making it her second, and Haley Walker will go to the line for Osakis for a chance at some more points. And that one is no good from Walker. And it looks like Presley Duntloff tried to lob pass it, but accidentally takes a step, causing a travel. Timeout called by Coach Sorensen and the Silver Streaks. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this one, 26-45. The Jaguars trailing by just under 20, so we'll see what happens next after this. Backstreet's back all right, and so are we with the coverage of this game. The deficit of 19, the Jaguars definitely got to do something to finish this one out strong. Weiser now with it. She goes in for the paint and drops it, but it's last touched by Presley Duntloff as it goes out of bounds. Still Osakis' possession. Kaylin Walker now with it, and on over to number 20, Haley Walker. Weiser tries to pass it to a fellow teammate, but it's taken by Presley Duntloff, and now Tiffany Dingman with the ball. Tried to be stolen, but it looks like a travel was caused by the Jaguars in that attempt to pass it. For those who are good at multitasking, if you want to watch this varsity game tonight against the Silver Streaks and do something else, you could also watch the Timberwolves playing the Cavaliers tonight at 7. Not sure how that game is going to turn out, but if you wanted to watch 2 games at once, don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you do, you now have something to do. A 3 attempt by number 34 for Osakis, Taylor Dirks, and it's no good, but they get the ball back. Passing it back out to Taylor Dirks. She goes into the paint, and that layup is good from number 52, Maggie Dirks. A nice Dirks assist there. Grace Jackson trying to figure out what she should do in this play. She ends up passing it to Presley Dentloff. Lobbing it over to Tiffany Dingman, and she tries to pass it back to Grace. And it's no good as Jason Langer tries to do some plays as he's catching the ball as it goes out of bounds. Weiser guarded by Rademacher. Now it's on over to Anderson. Taylor Dirks passes it. And no call there as Faith Rademacher goes to the ground. Both shots from Osakis, no good. Presley Dentloff running it up the court. She stops, takes a shot, and it's blocked by Taylor Dirks. And it looks like Bree Schiffer gets the ball back for the Jaguars. She goes up and she drops the ball, but last touch by Osakis still in Jaguars' possession. Dariana Meyer now coming in for Madeline Anderson for Osakis. Hagan inbounds it to T. Schaefer. That'll go for 2 points if it makes it, which it does not. Now Osakis' ball. Weiser, wide pass on over to her teammate Taylor Dirks. And that 3 is no good from Maggie Dirks. Bree Schiffer running it up the court, sprinting like she's in a track race. But it's no good as the layup, but the rebound is still in Jaguar possession. Presley Dentloff attempt for a 3 at the top of the key. It's no good. Rebounded by Taylor Dirks. She's passing it over to Haley Walker and attempted to pass to Dariana Meyer, but it goes out of bounds. Jaguars possession. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining in this game. Let's see what happens. D. Schaefer over to Dentloff. Dentloff being guarded by Meyer right now. And it looks like the Jaguars are trying to take a page out of Osakis' book from the first half, as passing is being their main goal in this one. And that shot from Presley Dentloff no good as it goes over to the Jaguars, to the Silver Streaks. That shot from Walker no good, but they get the rebound. Bella Weiser on over to Dirks. Taylor Dirks, number 34. That 3 no good, but the rebound is to Osakis, and Bella Weiser gets 2 points at that layup. Dariana Meyer gets 2 points. Adley Hagan attempted the 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Adriana Galaviz tries to keep it from going out of bounds, but is unsuccessful. Osakis' ball. And it looks like this game is just about over with 10 seconds remaining. This a definite one-sided game and a full win for the Osakis Silver Streaks in this one. They go for the buzzer beater, but it's blocked by Adley Hagan at the last second. Final score for tonight's game at the final score for tonight's JV game. BBE Jaguars 26, Osakis Silver Streaks 49. This is definitely a tough game for the Jaguars, so let's see how the varsity team takes up. In about 20 minutes or so, we'll see them play the varsity team of Osakis Silver Streaks with commentator Riley Lenars. We'll see you then.
Welcome to BBE for tonight's basketball matchup between the Osakis Silver Streaks and your BBE Jaguars. Tonight's contest will be played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. We thank the officials for their part in tonight's game and ask that all fans cheer for their team and not against their opponents. We also ask that parents supervise their children. Please stand and honor our country and those that fought to preserve our freedom as we play our national anthem. And now your starters for the visiting Silver Streaks.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to this broadcast of the non-conference matchup between the visiting Osakis Silver Streaks and the home team on the scoreboard, the Belgrade Brutenell Rosa Jaguars. My name is Riley Lenars. Alongside me is Cassandra Tenson. Let's get to the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Osakis Silver Streaks, starting at guard, number 2, a senior, Tessa Stanek. Also starting at guard for the Silver Streaks, senior number 14, Mara Vanias. Another guard, senior number 20, Alexis Johansson. And rounding up the guards for the Osakis Silver Streaks is senior number 24, Haley Niehoff. And playing post and rounding out the lineup for the Silver Streaks is junior number 42, Kylie Kranz.
Osakis comes in here with a record of 2-1. They have beat Painesville and Uppsala, and they lost to Morris.
And now for the lineups for the Belgrade Brutenell Rosa Jaguars. They're going to start out at guard, senior number 3, Shelby Anderson. Playing a forward for the Jaguars is junior number 5, Tiana Schwinghammer. Playing forward post is junior number 13, Allison Dingman. Starting at another forward for the Jaguars is a senior, number 14, Kaylee Fisher. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Jaguars, junior guard, number 23, Abby Berge.
The Jaguars coming in with a record of 3-0. They beat Melrose, Pine River, and Holdingford to start the season.
Yeah, we just carried that Holdingford game, their first home game. They started out pretty rough looking. They were down, I believe, 31-13 at one point in that game, and kind of battled their way back, got it to a single-digit game at halftime, and ended up taking it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can come out with a better start here. And for just, Osakis had played last night, so to see if they're a little bit tired from their game from the previous night.
Yeah, we'll see if Jaguars come out in their full court press like they like to do and disrupt and get a lot of turnovers and run the floor. The JV game did go to Osakis. Final score of that game was 46-29. And the C squad, the Belgrade Brutenell Rosa Jaguars, took it 40-25 as we get set for tip-off. It'll be Johansson and Dingman. Johansson wins it. Shelby Anderson grabs it, goes the wrong way right away, and then goes in for the left-handed layup, and that's good.
Just a nice, easy layup there. A little confusion from everyone.
Yeah, that was planned. She got everyone else running the other way. Osakis moving it around. Jaguars come out in a zone right away. Here's the 3 from Johannes. That's no good. Battle for the rebound goes to the Jaguars. Last touch by Osakis. Osakis coming out in a full court man-to-man pressure here. Tried to get it to the middle man was Abby Berge. And that one sails out of bounds, Osakis ball.
Yeah, with that early turnover, you're hoping that the Jaguars can limit those this game as they've been struggling the last 3 games.
Yeah, all year that's been a really big problem for them. So Johannes working around Abby Berge up top in the 1-3-1 zone. Vanias fakes a shot out to Johannes again. Vanias.
Osakis was doing a nice job there being patient and then just kind of an unforced turnover.
Yeah, Niehoff couldn't handle that pass. And it'll be back to the Jaguars. Good on-ball defense there from the Silver Streaks. They're in a man-to-man zone, or man-to-man.
Nice cut there.
Tiana Schwinghammer tried putting it up, ended up getting a bump from Alexis Johansson, the senior, so Tiana will go to the line to shoot 2. Last night, the boys basketball team took on Osakis, and they ended up losing that one in a close game. It was 71-66, came down to the end. Osakis hit a couple free throws to ice it away. So, but it was a very entertaining game to watch, and both teams played pretty well. So, as Tiana goes 1 for 2 at the line, and we'll see if the Jaguars can get a stop here in this 1-3-1. Good fake pass, gets Tiana on her feet, and they work out of that trap. Skip pass to Johansson. Johannes driving. Cut off by Dingman on the baseline.
They're doing a very good job being patient and not really forcing anything with the Jaguars' intense defense here as Schwinghammer tips that one out.
Good crowd on hand tonight, even with the roads being the way they are. Pretty packed here. Good crowd from Osakis traveling. Johansson guarded by Berge. Looking down low to Kylie Crayons. Allison Dingman doing a good job of denying down low. Three from the outside, no good. Kaylee Fisher can't corral the rebound.
A nice rebound and a nice putback for her.
Yep, that's Mara Vanias. Here's a tip pass here. Abby Berge then draws a foul there. Kylie Crayons tried setting up for a charge, but she didn't really get set and just had Abby Berge run into her, so that's going to be a blocking foul. Kylie Crayons is the only junior starter for the Silver Streaks. Stanek denying the pass, down low,
nice
perfect
pass. There. Nice pass, a nice cut there by the Jaguars to get a wide open layup.
5-2 here early on. Johannes skip pass all the way across, almost gets by, but it's corralled and maintained. Allison Dingman, good deflection there. And the turnover will bring it to the Jaguars. Tiana tried cutting again, gets that pass stolen. Shelby Anderson tried forcing the pass. Thought it was an over and back there. Coach Rambo on the sideline, or the bench thought it was. Stanek down low's got it on Tiana Schwinghammer, and Tiana just does a good job of keeping her hands up and gets to the block.
Berge with a nice move there.
She's got her first 2 points of the night. She's been 20-plus points in every single game to start the season, so she's definitely the hot hand for the Jaguars. No good on the layup there. Crayons grabs the rebound, gets her own again. Johannes with the shot at the free throw line, can't get that to go. Kaylee Fisher with the rebound, and here come the Jaguars pushing it up. Schwinghammer slows it down. Allison Dingman's got a pretty good looking shot for a post from the three-point line, can't get it to go. Abby Berge tracks down the offensive rebound. Tiana Schwinghammer, no good from three, and Stanek with the rebound.
So far, we've had a lot of threes in this short amount of time, and not many have gone in, but see if more start to go in as the game goes on, as Anderson runs down the court.
Abby Berge trying to plug her way in, kind of loses her dribble, And here comes Stanek down the floor. Tiana Schwinghammer puts it up, just does what she could.
Great defense by Schwinghammer there, a 2-on-1, and she got both players to miss.
And then almost a turnover. Kaylee Fisher tried forcing the pass, but like you said, a 2-on-1, and Tiana Schwinghammer gets 2 shots not to score on them. That was great defense there from Tiana Schwinghammer. As Kaylee Fisher and Allison Digman check out. And we see Anna Yeager, Brooklyn Fisher, and Ella Halverson check in for the first time tonight. Brooklyn Fisher gets it to Abby Berge. Good cut there from Brooklyn Fisher, good pass, can't get that to go, she got too far under the hoop. Stanek outside, 3-pointer up and no good, too long on that. Brooklyn Fisher corrals rebound.
Jaguars doing a nice job just moving around, not trying to get any unforced turnovers here, as they have had a couple already.
Ella Halverson makes a move, good looking move there, no good. And that ball is gonna stay with the Jaguars. I thought that was last touch by Brooklyn Fisher, but it'll stay. Tessa Stanek checks out as Carly checking on the Musenberg. Sorry for any mispronounced names. Checks in for the Silver Streaks.
Berge just fighting her way through that, got that offensive rebound and just pushed her way through.
And that's an and one, so she'll have one more shot. That's foul's gonna go on senior Mara Vanias. That'll be her first, team's 3rd foul. No good on the free throw. Ella Halverson tips it and controlled by the Silver Streaks.
Another 3 there and a nice offensive rebound and puts it in really easily there. That's one thing the Jaguars are gonna have to get a little bit better at, is finding somebody to box out.
And Abby Berge drops her girl as she puts the brakes on.
That's always a tough job for anybody that's going to guard. Berge is not trying to limit her points and she controls the Jaguars' offense, so trying to limit her from even touching the ball.
Yes. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here called by the Osakis Silver Streaks as they trail the Jaguars with 12 minutes and 26 seconds left. Jaguars 9, Silver Streaks 4. Back here at the Belgrade Brittenell Rosa High School. Update from Bertha Hewitt. The BBE wrestling team took down Hibbing 60-15 to start off the night. Then they played bad guy against the crosstown rival, 61-18 over Minnewaska. And against, I believe, state-ranked Minnesota, the Jaguars are up 41-18 at the 195-pound match. So good-looking night for the Jaguar wrestling team as they are ranked number 2 in the state.
A nice shot there. And that goes, I think that might be our first 3 of the night. I'm not sure, but.
Yeah, I think that's the first 3. Yeah, that went in. Yes, correct. Yep, Alexis Johansson gets on the board with 3 points, and to go along with her layup earlier, she's got 5. Kaylee Fisher gets it over to Brooklyn. Fisher in the corner.
A nice defensive play there by Johansson.
Denying the pass from Anna Yeager there. Ella Halverson checks out. Allison Digman back in for the BBE Jaguars. Brooklyn tries to get a spin move, gets that taken away, and we're getting a foul as she did a good job poking it out. Venaya did a really good job of poking it out, but just got the arm wrapped in there. Oh, that was actually Niehoff, Haley Niehoff. She did a real good job poking it out, but Brooklyn did a good job of recontrolling it and ended up drawing the foul. Brooklyn Fisher hoists up a three, goes off the front of the rim, and the rebound goes to Osakis. Here they come down the floor. Here's a three-pointer. That one's short. And we'll stay here as it was last touched by the Jaguars. And the ref changes his call there and put it back to goes to the Jaguars. I thought it was our ball too.
Yeah, it kind of went off the Silver Streaks' feet there, but Stringhammer decides to go as no one picks her up and has a nice pass out there to Fisher, but can't get that one to go.
Yeah, Anna Yeager tries going in on the backside there. Rebound was controlled by Osakis and did a good job of grabbing that rebound and staying firm with it. As we get a hoist of Silver Streaks checking in. Number 12, Lexi Spahala. Number 22, Lexi Klimek. And number 40, Madeline Collins, all checking in for the Silver Streaks. Jaguars still in this 1-3-1 zone. A lot of open shots have gone up, but Jaguars are lucky to not have any of them fall. Schwinghammer rolling in. Brooklyn Fisher drives. And we're going to get a travel here. Brooklyn kind of trying to do a little too much. She did a good job driving there, but can't get anything to go, and she travels.
So I guess just doing a nice job again, not trying to force anything here. Just kind of slow down the Jaguars, as the Jaguars love that fast-paced game, and there's an unforced turnover by the Silver Streaks.
Yep, Tiana Schwinghammer's long arms just really making it hard to pass over the top of her, and it goes off Musenhuber's hands, and for the turnover for the Jaguars. Abby Berge has 4 girls on her.
I was going to say, she definitely draws the defenders when she's driving.
That's one thing that Osakis is doing a really good job of. That's Allison Dingman with that elbow free throw shot. Jaguars up by 4 here.
A nice pass there, and a nice positioning for that offensive rebound, but just can't get it to go.
You got to think some of these shots are going to start falling for Osakis. She's right there. Abby Berge splits through everyone.
Had an arm in between her arms, I think, there, and still made it in.
In this 1-3-1, it's really nice to have Tiana Schwinghammer and Abby Berge on the court at the same time. They do a good job of getting their arms up, but Tiana Schwinghammer will get a foul called on her as she was not allowing the defender room to dribble, and that'll be the second team foul, and her first. Klimek gets it in. Trying to go up top. Tiana Schwinghammer gambles, doesn't pay off, and the Jaguars are lucky to grab that rebound as another open shot for Osakis does not fall. Abby Berge down low, good pass to Tiana Schwinghammer. Can't get it to go though. Allison Dingman fights for the rebound. Kaylee Fisher shot for the free throw line, no good.
Berge did a nice job kicking it out there when she saw that double team. Just couldn't get it to go for Schwinghammer.
Good box out from Allison Dingman, and the Jaguars will take possession.
Jaguars looking to get it in here to Berge as she kind of has the height advantage down low.
Abby fighting for positioning well. Double team coming here with a one girl digging in. Gets that shot blocked. And here come the Silver Streaks. And that pass goes over Madeline Collins' head.
It was a great idea, just a little bit too far for her girl running down.
Shelby Anderson back in for Anna Yeager. 8:28 left. Jaguars by 6, 13-7.
Osakis just picking up half court. Probably, I would guess, a little tired from the game before, as back-to-back games are always difficult.
Schwinghammer too hard on that three-point attempt, and there's a shot from the side, no good, off the backboard, and here comes Abby Berge with Tiana Schwinghammer with her. Abby throws it up, can't get it to go, grabs her own rebound, and puts it up on top.
She's up to 8 points on the night already. Another wide open three for the Silver Streaks, but still can't get it to go.
And the layup just falls in the hands, can't get that to go either. Jaguars are catching a lot of breaks here. They're lucky to be up by 8 points here as we get a reach-in foul. And that'll stop the clock, 7:38 to go. That foul will go on Carly Musenhauber. Again, sorry for any name mispronounctions. And we're going to get a timeout called here by the Jaguars. Christina Anderson will talk it over with her team. They lead at 15-7. Jaguars lead this one 15-7 against the Osakis Silver Streaks. 7:38 to go in the half. Abby Berge leading all scorers with 8 points. She will inbound the ball. You got to think it's going to come back to her at some point in this out of bounds play.
Benias has a really hard job. She seems like she's the girl that's going to be guarding Berge all night.
Dribble handoff to Berge. Working it down, good pass. Kaylee Fisher can't handle it. She gets it, and we're going to get a jump ball, and that ball's going to be Osakis' possession.
I think Fisher was kind of surprised that I even made it through there and just kind of fumbled around with it.
Yeah, Abby Berge threaded a needle. That is the definition. There was hands all over. Benias breaks through the press there. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Another rebound, and there's going to be a foul. Madeline Collins grabs that rebound, puts it up, and draws the foul from Tiana Schwinghammer. That's one thing in any zone defense is so hard to do, and that's box out and rebound, and you really got to crash the boards, and the Jaguars are not doing a good job of that tonight. Not at all.
Schwinghammer with 2, so she'll be taking the seat on the bench for a little while here. As she struggled with fouls the last game too.
Yeah, she ended up with like 3 in the first half, I think, and sat most of it. And no good. Rebound falls there. Blocked by Allison Dingman. And that's going to be Jaguars' possession. Got some ball, got some hand. Probably could have been a foul called. So we play on 15-8. Berge looking for someone to go to. Shelby rips it away. She drives, looking for Anna Yeager. That pass is stolen by Johansson. Here she comes down the floor. Benias does a good job grabbing that rebound. Stanek up, no good. Ball kicking around, and that's going to stay as that goes off on Annie Yeager's foot.
Yeah, even with not being in the zone there, the Jaguars still struggling to find somebody to box out.
Vanias fakes the handoff, drives, and we're going to get a foul on the ground from Brooklyn Fisher. That'll be her first, team's fourth. Allison Dingman waiting for Johansson on that inbounds play. And get lucky to get it to Stanek, almost a 5-second call. Johansson setting up the offense, Dingman on her.
Jaguars just in the man here, not in their 1-3-1.
I think this defense is probably a little better than the, oh, we're gonna get a foul there. That one was probably a little more ball than the last
Yeah.
one, but still got the arm, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Alexis Johansson, she's got 5 points for the Silver Streaks. And she adds to that. And no good on the second one. Abby Berge rips it down, and she's on the Brooklyn Fisher hits the floor. Too hard of a pass there. Shelby Anderson gets lucky to grab that ball again, and there's going to be a tie-up, and the Jaguars were lucky to keep that possession.
Yeah, Berge did a nice job, though, going and running. She was ahead of most of the Silver Streaks there.
Good pick and roll. Allison Dingman for 3. As I said before, she's got a good-looking stroke from the three-point line. If she can get an open look, she's not afraid to take it, and that's exactly why.
Yeah, not many post players are used to guarding that far out, so that's something different for a lot of post players to have to worry about their player shooting a 3.
We'll see if the Jaguars utilize that more in the pick and roll game. Good job again, Allison Dingman boxing her girl out and giving her team the ability to do that. That's a good looking in and out move from Abby Berge, and she ends up withdrawing the foul.
Good job by Stanky there to just make sure that Berge was not going to get a shot up in the air.
Yep, so that'll be Tessa Stanek's first foul. Berge no good at the line for the first shot. Kylie Kranz and Haley Niehoff check back in for the Osakis Silver Streaks. Abby Berge sinks a second. She's got 9. Osakis moving it around the top of the key, trying to get that backdoor cut. Wasn't there. Niehaus.
A nice steal there by Berge.
And Berge goes down. It's a blocking foul there. Good try there from Mara Vanias, trying to draw the charge. That'll be her second foul and send Abby Berge back to the line with a chance of breaking double digits here again in the first half with 5:06 left.
Yeah, they did a nice job getting down there, but just Abby got the contact that she wanted and got the foul.
One for 2 again for Abby Berge. Pushes their point total to 10 and the Jaguars total to 20.
Just a little miscommunication there between what they wanted the pass to be.
Yeah, Haley Niehoff did a good job of backdoor cutting and was kind of faking the cut, and then finally did it, and the pass just goes out of bounds. Good screen there from Allison Dingman. going down to Abby Berge.
A nice passing there again. I'm not really sure how it made through, but it did. Fisher with the extra pass there to a wide open Jaeger, but can't hit it.
Vanias goes all the way in, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Allison Dingman.
If
That's
she
gonna
would have
be her
fell down,
second.
I think that would have been a pretty easy charge there. She was coming full steam.
Yeah.
That'll be her second, team 6.
Ella Halverson, Kaylee Fisher in for Allison Dingman and Shelby Anderson. It's kind of bogus to me, though, that you have to fall down and it'll be a charge, but it's the same action, but you just didn't get hit hard enough to fall down. But I don't know. That's just me.
No, I won't disagree.
Johansson goes for the scoop layup, no good. And Brooklyn Fisher pushes it up, and
A
I don't
good
know where
idea, but just not the right pass.
yeah, it wasn't in the right spot. And so the Jaguars will turn it back over here. Niehoff down to Johansson, looking for the backdoor cut, and she'll draw the foul on Abby Berge. That'll be her first, team's 7th. So both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way here of this first half, I should say.
Yeah, Berge has a hard job here as she's being put on Johanna. Sorry, my name pronunciations are not good. But she has a hard job both on offense and defense, and the Jaguars really look for her on both of those things.
And she's 2 for 2 at the line. So under 4 minutes to go, we got a 9-point game here in the first half. Berge swings it over to Fisher, trying to get it down low to Halverson. Guarded by Kranz down low, kicks it back out. Brooklyn Fisher's got it. Good drive there. And she gets it. Gets a nice roll there. Johansson probably could have picked up a foul with her pushing into Brooklyn Fisher there. She was standing straight up, but pushed in. Not enough contact for the foul call. Working it around. Good help defense from Brooklyn Fisher, but then gets caught up there. The 3 rattles out from Mara Vanias. And the Jaguars got it. Brooklyn Fisher puts up a 3 of her own. That one won't go. And Kranz with the rebound.
Yeah, but nice there. Kind of took a chance and just left Fisher wide open to go guard Berge.
Johansson.
Acted like she shouldn't. I don't know if she would have, but made Fisher think about it.
Kaylee Fisher doing a good job on defense there. Here's the 3. No good. Jaguars didn't even look like they went for the ball there, and Kranz picks it up and
just
says
an
thank you
easy
very much.
basket there for her.
22-13. Vanias doing a good job on Berge. Berge with the 3-point shot. That one goes off the front of the rim, and Vanias comes away with it. Can't get that one to go. Good defense from both Anna Yeager and Abby Berge not committing the foul.
Yeah, I think she was hoping for some contact there to try to get the foul, but nothing called there as unforced turnover by the Jaguars.
I don't know if she really traveled there or not, but the ref from the cross, all the way across,
Crossbar.
called it, and not the one standing right there. So I don't know if you saw something different, but another turnover for the Jaguars. Again, they've really struggled with that this year, and tonight seems to be no different. Stanek with Yeager on her. Vanias for 3. That one no good, too strong, and Yeager flies in for the rebound.
Yeah, that's something the Jaguars gotta be lucky that they are really not. They're getting a lot of open threes, and they're just not hitting them right now.
That foul is going to go on Kranz for the reach in over the top of Ella Halverson. That'll be her 2nd foul, team's 8th, and that'll send Ella Halverson to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Carly Musenhuber and Madeline Collins check back into the game for the Silver Streaks. Ella gets on the scoreboard with that first one. She's got one more. And good on the second. Two good-looking free throws from Ella Halverson. And the Jaguars lead this one by 11. Passing it around here. Up top. Johansson again thought about it. She was too deep. Stanek now's got it, looking for the cut across. Niehoff over to Johansson.
Krantz did a nice job there set a pick on two of the Jaguars girls there as Johansson can't get that one to go.
Under a minute, Abby Berge charging down the floor. We'll see what she does. Gains control, can't get that.
A nice move there and ended up being kind of wide open, but maybe too wide open for her as she can't get that one.
Screen from Johansson.
A nice pass out.
And that one looked good off the hands for three. Tessa Stanek gets her first 3 points of the night and brings it within 8 points here as there's only 25 seconds left here to go. Silver Streaks fan base getting into it tonight. Good backdoor cut. Kaylee Fisher couldn't get it to Anna Yeager. Brooklyn Fisher comes to get it.
They're trying to get Abby to get it, but Johansson's doing a good job staying on her.
Good drive from Brooklyn Fisher with the girl draped all around her. Played really good defense, couldn't get it to go. Johansson heave at the half and can't get it to go. So the Jaguars end up at halftime 26-16 over the Osakis Silver Streaks. We'll be back after halftime.
The Belgrade Lions Club is dedicated to serving the Belgrade community, the BBE school, and other local organizations. Since the 1960s, this local Lions chapter has specialized in projects big and small. Their generosity is responsible for improvements to the Belgrade Nursing Home, the Belgrade Crow, the Centennial Museum, and many others. Along with improvements, they have pioneered many events including Backpack Attack, Family Fun Day, and Community Fish Fries. Most recently, the Belgrade Lions Club held a raffle to begin updating the Belgrade City Park with new equipment. Their support of the community is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to thank a Lions Club member for their dedication.
Are you looking to change your lifestyle? Are you looking to become a local fitness legend? If so, To Be Determined is the place for you. This 24/7 gym supports the latest fitness equipment ranging from treadmills, ellipticals, weight machines, free weights, and spin bikes. In addition to their awesome equipment, they offer group fitness training sessions to improve with others, so you can get the most out of your workouts. The gym also supports many additional offerings including a tanning bed, personal trainers, and an on-demand fitness class. Today is the day to start being the person you've always wanted to be. Call today at 320-633-0054 or stop by TBD in downtown Belgrade today.
Servicing the Belgrade, Bruton, Rosa area for the past 126 years, Bonanza Valley State Bank in Bruton is here for you. Financial matters can be stressful, so let the friendly staff at BVSB guide you through all your banking needs. Here in the Bonanza Valley, since the beginning, helping families grow the community, they would love to be with you as you continue to make this a great area to live and work. And don't forget that their BBE Jaguar debit card donates back to BBE schools with every purchase. Helping grow the community through expertise, these students will one day give back to the community. They hope to see you soon. Go Jaguars!
here at the Belgrade Bruton Rosa High School Gymnasium. Jaguars hold a 26-16 lead at the half as we are getting set here for second half action. Leading scorer for the Jaguars is Abby Berge with her 10 points. And the leading scorer for the Osakis Silver Streaks is senior number 20, Alexis Johansson. So we'll see if the Jaguars can limit those turnovers in the second half and box out and grab those rebounds, and we'll see if Osakis can hit some of them open shots that they've had.
Yeah, they've had a lot of good open shots, but just haven't been able to hit them.
Osakis ball to start the second half. Same starters for each team. And we are setting on our way. Stanek cuts. Tried to get a flare screen. Stanek grabs it and has to throw it away. Gianna Schwinghammer back with Abby Berge, and she passed it too late there, and good deflection there from the Osakis Silver Streaks getting back.
Yeah, it looked like she was open, but then the Silver Streaks were hustling down court and were able to break apart that play.
Anderson looking for someone to go to. Gets it out top to Kaylee Fisher. Dingman Johansson on her. Abby Berge backdoor cut. Mara Vanias doing a great job on Abby Berge tonight.
Yeah, she is in complete deny.
And Stanek gets the steal, and Johansson brings it back up the floor. Abby Berge gets her own steal, and she corrals it. Ham stops and puts it in for two. She's got 12 points.
Yeah, Berge does a nice job getting those steals to create her own easy points on the offensive side.
Jaguars back in the 2-3 zone. That pass got through.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get taken away there by the Jaguars. Once again, Sega's doing a nice job, not trying to force anything up there as they kind of force that shot up, but get an easy offensive rebound and a nice shot, but can't get it to go.
Yeah, the Jaguars again struggling to rebound in that press. Allie Dingman for three. That one's short. Tries to go after her own rebound. Can't get it. Looked like she traveled. Now she's double teamed. And Abby Berge comes away with it. She charges to the hoop. Can't get that to go. Allison Dingman says thank you. I'll put that in for two.
Yeah, three Jaguars standing there. Osakis was just going to let them have that one.
Yeah, they weren't running down the court or nothing. Johansson to Stanek. Tries to get it down low. That's going to go off and stay with the Silver Streaks. Kylie Crayons couldn't get the handle on that. It was poked away by one of the Jaguars down there. I'm not sure who it was. Jaguars back in the man-to-man. Johansson for three. She's got a quick shot. Couldn't get it to go.
Another offensive rebound there as they throw it away. Yeah, we should have been keeping track of offensive rebounds, but they are definitely beating the Jaguars in that part of the game.
Shelby Anderson gets the ball from the pass in. Stanek doing a good job on her. Screen from Berge. Anderson kicks out to Fisher. Schwinghammer back out to Anderson. Anderson for three, no good.
A nice tip there to get it out so that the Osakis can run. And another nice shot by Johansson. She hits that one. She is up to 11 points on the night.
Yeah, she's definitely comfortable taking those threes. Quick release. She doesn't need much time to set up, and she got that one to go. Stanek gets a steal.
Johansson running down, a nice run there. And a nice easy basket for her.
5-point swing for her and the Silver Streaks, and they cut it within or to single digits.
Yeah, normally Berge's the one that brings the ball up, but with Van Eisen on her, she's just letting somebody else take it up.
And another steal for the Silver Streaks. The Jaguars are looking completely out of sorts on the offensive end. Johansson for three, that one.
That would have been a huge hit there.
Jaguars really need to set up a play and get a good look here. Gets it down to Berge. Van Heusen falls, short corner shot, no good. Rebound Johansson, she's all over the floor. Here she comes on the run back. Johansson
Nice.
drives, couldn't get it to go with the right hand. And that's gonna be a blocking foul, yep. She didn't get set.
Yeah, and I think probably inside the circle, even if she would have been.
So that'll be Mara on Mara Vanias. That'll be her third foul, so that is something to watch, picking up your third to go right away at the beginning of the half. She's done a great job of keeping
Especially,
Abby Berge
especially
quiet.
when you're on her all night.
Schwinghammer leaves that one short. Very important points for the Jaguars to get as they are struggling on the offensive end. Shelby Anderson checks out. Anna Yeager in for her. Anna Yeager's done a good job on the rebounding side, which you would not think
No,
from Anna Yeager, as she is listed at 5'5" on the program.
just kind of sneaks in there and gets the boards. No one really thinks about her, I guess.
Johansson,
A nice get
across.
pass there.
and that's a three.
That's something we talked about. If they start making some of their shots that they got the first half, it's going to be a whole different game here as they've cut the lead down to 6 points.
Drive from Kaylee Fisher, and tries to get it, force it back, and that's going to stay with the Jaguars. I'm not really sure why the Jaguars are going in a zone defense. They have struggled in it in the majority of the game, and they were doing real good when they were in the man-to-man. So we'll see if they can get it down. I feel like the Jaguars really need to try getting it down low. They had a lot of success when they drove and just had the ball down low. But Osakis is doing a good job of denying the ball down low to Allie Dingman and keeping her out.
Kind of a forced pass there, but somehow makes its way through Berge, and just nice little spin around and easy basket for her.
Yep, she does a good job of baiting her defender to go into the middle and then turning and taking the easy layup. Jaguars back in the man-to-man. Vanias eyed it up. And that's going to be an over and back as Haley Niehoff couldn't really handle that ball and just kind of let it go across. Brooklyn Fisher checks in for her cousin, Kaylee Fisher.
Looks like they're going to try to get Berge the ball in low with once again having that height advantage and with her having foul trouble.
Stanek comes over to help out. Anna Yeager's open on that side. Working around, that's going to be a travel. That's one thing this Jaguars team has not done good all year, is coming to a jump stop. They always kind of run and end with the ball, and then they either have to take a dribble when they get a pass, or they end up traveling.
Yeah, just kind of a lot of unforced turnovers that the Jaguars have been struggling with.
Vanias, Brooklyn Fisher on her, Johansson up top, Berge on her.
Schwinghammer did a nice job there, staying for a second to make sure she didn't get that three off.
Vanias up top. Goes all the way through, and they're going to get a foul called. Jaguars are probably lucky that happened because Kylie Kranz had it open, and right on the block, she would have put that in for two. That'll be on Brooklyn Fisher, her second, team's first of the half. Johansson to inbound for the Silver Streaks. Throws it right to Anna Yeager. She's trapped in the corner, gets it tipped up.
Somehow doesn't step out of bounds. Had her one foot up in the air, but stay with the Jaguars.
Yeah, she was in trouble there. Jaguars got to move here. Allison Dingman gets it down to Abby Berge. She works to the right side, and she's open for two. She's got 16 points, and the lead is back up to 10 for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Van Eisen doing a nice job staying straight up. She doesn't want to get her fourth foul already with just under 12 minutes.
Yeah, she shoots for three, no good. Abby Berge with the rebound, gets it down to Brooklyn Fisher. Short corner shot, no good.
That's a nice look for her, but just doesn't have
enough gusto on that one. Johansson for three. That one's long. Rebound Stanek chasing after it. And it's going to stay with the Silver Streaks. Ella Halverson, Kaylee Fisher checking in for Allison Dingman and Tiana Stringhammer, 2 juniors for this Jaguar basketball team. Johansson throwing it in, Berge guarding her. We'll see where they like to go here. Crayons just makes an easy move. No pressure there from Ella Halverson down on the post. Brooklyn passing it around. A good screen. Kaylee Fisher now looking for someone to go to. She's double teamed down low. Someone was open. One thing on this offensive and defensive ends for the Jaguars, they don't talk very much.
No.
You know, just saying, no, I'm open, or you got 2 and help. There isn't much talk coming from the court like there is on the Osakis side. 2 girls come out to Berge. Brooklyn Fisher for 3, up and good. Brooklyn Fisher knocks that in. She's up to 7 points. And the lead is 11. Johansson for 3. That looks good.
She has
Rails
a
out.
nice shot, but just can't get that one to go.
Almost a turnover. Brooklyn Fisher tracks it down. Johansson tries going for it, and Johansson's got an open layup. Anna Yeager presses on her, and an open layup for 2. And we're getting a timeout here as the lead is now 9. Johansson up to 15 points, and the Jaguars lead at 37-28. 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the half. Back here at the Belgrade Brittenell Rosa High School gym. 10:29 to go. Jaguars up by 9. Vanias doing a good job on Abby Berge. She has done it all night.
Yeah,
Johansson denying. I don't know where that pass is going to. Full deny mode from Johansson.
Looking for a foul. I'm not sure if she's trying to pass or what that was, but didn't get the call that she wanted.
Yeah, that's going to go on. Oh, I thought that was on Vanias. They're going to get number 24, I think. Oh, 32. They don't have her up there. So it was Carly Menshuber. Now there's number 5. I don't know if that was right there. No, she's not even on the court. No, okay. That's not on. Definitely not on.
Allie Digman doing a nice job trying to get position down there.
Yeah, there's not even a number 5 on their roster then. So, Allison Dingman, turnaround jumper. She gets fouled. That's exactly what you got to do if you're the Jaguars. Put it down low and see if you can get drawn a foul. Abby Berge and Allison Dingman have done a great job down low once they've gotten the ball down there. So look for them to push it down low here after that timeout. That one rolls out. Lexi Spahala checking in for the Jaguars. As Mara Vanias takes a well-deserved break. We'll see if Abby Berge can kind of exploit that and go at the defense here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they put on her because she's been guarding her all game long.
So Johansson will now bring the ball up. Berge on her. Up top, Spahala being closely guarded by Kaylee Fisher. 2 Silver Streaks hit the ground. And now we're going to get a foul on Kaylee Fisher.
Not really sure. I guess I couldn't see from this far, but
That'll be her first foul, team's 3rd of the half.
Jaguars do a nice job defending that, as Johansson was definitely looking for the 3 off that play.
Tiana Stringhammer jumps that pass nicely, and she treks down the court and puts it up for 2. She's got 5.
Her and Berge together do a nice job anticipating steals and having those long arms to go get them.
And that's going to be a travel there, and the turnover gives the possession back to the Jaguars. 40-28 here. Both teams turning the ball over a decent amount here tonight.
Yes.
Johansson guarding Berge up top. Tiana Schwinghammer driving nicely, gets the foul, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. That's going to go on Lexi Spahala. That's her first foul, team's 4th against Osakis. No good on the first attempt. And the second attempt on its way up and good. 1 for 2 at the line. Puts her up to 6 points on the night, and the Jaguars extend their lead to 13 points, 41-28. Good backdoor there, Collins, but Allison Dingman recovers nicely.
Kind of was losing her dribble there and tried to make a pass, which just didn't really work as they turn it over again.
Yeah, that was Lexi Klimek trying to get it over to Spahala. Allison Dingman gets it down low, turns, shoots, fade away there, and we're going to get a foul.
Probably wasn't the worst foul, as it was going to be a 2-on-1 most likely on the other side.
That's going to go on Shelby Anderson. That's her first foul of the night, and the 4th team foul on the Jaguars. Johansson drives nicely, and they're going to get a foul. They're going to get a blocking foul on Kaylee Fisher. That'll be her 2nd foul, and the team's should be 5th, not, I guess 4th.
I don't know.
Maybe I was jumping the gun on the other one, but. I was just going to say, when do you think that Mara Vanias is going to check back into the game?
I was thinking the same thing, but here she is.
Yep.
And she'll give Johannes a well-deserved break as well.
Yeah. So Vanias being guarded by Kelly Fisher up top. Osakis swinging it around, waiting for the back screen, back cut there. There's the cut. Tiana Stringer trails it, and the Jaguars recover. Vanias up top. Now the drive. Good shot fake at the 3-point line. Floater goes in.
Nice move by her as the Jaguars are jumping at those threes from the first half, where Osaka shot a lot of threes. So a nice job by the Silver Streaks to fake and go to the basket.
And there's a turnover. Kaylee Fisher now looking for the trap. And we're getting a timeout. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Osakis. They were in trouble in the corner. Jaguars lead it 41-30. out of the timeout. The Jaguars fall off. Thought maybe they would keep their full court press on, decide not to. Good screen, and we're gonna get a foul.
Yeah, and during that break, we have Berge sitting on the bench getting that break while Johansson is also getting a break.
That's gonna be on Allison Dingman, her third. We'll see who steps up on the offensive end for the Jaguars without Berge on the floor. Anna Yeager doing a good job on Vanias. There's the three. That one's way short. And Anna Yeager boxes Vanias out to try saving it, and that'll be Jaguar ball. Gotta think they're gonna try getting it down low to Berge, or to Dingman at some point here. And that one's tipped. Carly Menshuber gets a finger on that pass. And it'll stay with the Jaguars. Allison Dingman checks out, Brooklyn Fisher in for her. So now it'll be a real testament to see who the Jaguars look to lean to with their two leading scorers on the bench. Kaylee Fisher up top of the arc for a three, no good. Rebound goes to Osakis. Menshuber looking to go. Lexi Spahala thought about shooting the three. Vanias driving on Anna Yeager, does a good spin move, leaves it off. Anna Yeager, that was a late call. I don't know if that was, she went up and the ball got blocked, and I don't know if it just came off funny, but nice job, Anna Yeager, I mean, for slowing that down. Definitely undersized. Madeline Collins listed at 5'9", Anna Yeager at 5'4". That's Anna's second foul on the night, and missed free throw. As she checks off, Abby Berge comes back in. And for the Silver Streaks, Haley Niehoff and Alexis Johansson check back in. And that one's good. We're back to a 10-point game. That pass tipped out of bounds. Will retain with the Jaguars. Collins working on. Tried to get it down low to Berge. That's a hack there.
It was a good idea by them, but just kind of reached instead of just staying there straight up.
Yeah.
As Berge got nice position there.
Yeah, Johansson, she had, like you said, she was straight up, came down, and then went straight up again. But second foul on Johansson tonight. Team's fifth foul. Kaylee Fisher has it up top. That's, I don't know, that wasn't really. It's going to be a blocking foul on Madeline Collins. Kaylee Fisher looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Brooklyn Fisher in the corner. Abby Berge had the good positioning again. Tries giving it out to Tiana Schwinghammer. And the Jaguars will turn over. That was exactly the play you wanted. Abby Berge almost had an open layup there. Probably could have looked to score there, but decides not to. Abby Berge with the block on Johansson.
There. And another quick foul there.
Yeah, Madeline Collins is going to pick up her third foul. And the Jaguars are now in the bonus. So Kaylee Fisher will head to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. No good on that free throw. That's, like I said, it's going to be big for the Jaguars. They haven't had good offensive looks a lot. And we're going to get another timeout here called by Osakis as the Jaguars lead at 5:41 to go. Jaguars 41, Silver Streaks 31. 5:41 on the clock. That's all that's left in the game. Osakis looking to make a push here, trying to cut it within single digits. Jaguars go back in the 1-3-1. Trying to get a tip pass. Vanias.
A nice move, a nice attack there, and a nice pass out.
Thought she traveled when she grabbed that ball. No.
Another
And here comes the rebounding
offensive
struggles.
rebound, yeah.
Yep. Johansson can't get that to go. And finally, Shelby Anderson decides I'm going to grab this rebound. Kaylee Fisher goes all the way in.
Bergie does a
And
nice job pinning her girl there to allow for the wide open layup.
could have been an and one there as Vanias gave her a bump, but it wasn't enough to call the foul. Good time for Kaylee Fisher to get on the scoreboard though. Double team there. Vanias has it up top. No foul again called there, and that one's gonna be a foul. Madeline Collins is gonna go to the line. I don't really know how that first one wasn't a foul when Madeline Collins went up, but
yeah, I think she was looking for it. She kind of took an unconventional shot there, but
yeah. That'll be on Shelby Anderson. That'll be her third. And the Osaka Silver Shakes will be in the bonus the rest of the way too. Collins no good. As Tessa Stanek comes in for Carly Menshuber. Brooklyn Fisher checks out, as does Tiana Schwinghammer. And Anna Yeager will check back in for the Jaguars. And that one's too hard off the back of the rim.
And there's Anna with that rebound there.
Yeah.
Nice job there.
Good defense, even a better finish though.
Yeah, not much better defense that you can do there.
I don't know, I'd be scared to go with the ball there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly where you don't want it to go. And that one's touched, yep. So it'll be Jaguars ball on the sideline, but
Yeah, like you said, not a great spot to go, especially when you just went there and you got it taken from you.
Johanna's sitting there playing center field waiting for whatever direction you go. She's going to cut off that sideline and get the trap. Abby Berge now going on Vanias. Kaylee Fisher holding the ball up top. Jaguars got to be patient here and look for an open shot. They're trying to get it to Berge down low. She's got the seal, trying to get it down low. You got to use a pass fake there, and now we're going to get a foul. That's on Abby Berge. That'll be her second, team's 8th, and they will be in the 1-and-1 bonus. So it'll be number 24, the senior Haley Niehoff at the line. Trying to cut it to single digits is Osakis. And that one's short. Abby Berge grabs it. Jaguars didn't pack the box. They had a extra girl standing out. Allison Digman driving. Niehaus tried to set up for a charge, which was smart. Allie Digman tried flinging it all the way across court with one hand, but gets tipped out of bounds. And it'll be underneath the basket for the Jaguars.
Yeah, it was a good drive and a good idea, but just couldn't quite get it there.
And trying to force it again. Abby Berge didn't even look like she wanted the ball there. Johansson for 3 on the corner. Rattles out. Allie Digman does a good job of boxing out, and that's going to go to the Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars got lucky there with leaving Johansson wide open as Berge was on the other side of the court still.
Someone's got to come and help. Berge's double teamed. She still finds a way to get the ball in her hands. Shelby Anderson's got to get going. You have the clear court with no one on you. You got to get across the timeline. Oh, and she traveled. Yep. She switched her pivot foot.
Yeah, with Abby bringing it up so much, the other Jaguars aren't really experienced with having that pressure in the full court.
Yeah, and this is a very inexperienced Jaguars team as a whole. I mean, you lost, what was it, 6 or 7 seniors?
Something like that.
I think it was 6 seniors last year.
Pretty much all of them played too, so.
Yeah, and there was the guard play was from them was just crazy. You had Carsey Campson and Josie Knutson. They were, Jackie Lindsay. They all handled the ball really well with pressure, and now you go from not having any of them And you have a lot of new faces trying to step up in that guard position. Schwinghammer's got to slow it down here now. And that's going to be a travel. You just got to slow it down. You got to cross the timeline.
She
Slow it down.
Yeah, she did a good job breaking the press, but just, yeah, like you said, just slow it down once you get into the half-court setting.
Jaguars have a 10-point lead here. You just got to keep the ball and make good decisions, and they are doing exactly the opposite of that right now. We'll see if Osakis can capitalize here. They've just had as many turnovers as the Jaguars. Vanias, that's going to be a push on number 5. That's going to be, Tiana Schwinghammer. That'll be her 3rd. And
kind of a not a foul that you want at this point in the game.
Yeah, Vanias wasn't shooting there. She didn't get the foul drawn on her, so.
Yeah,
smart try. Yeah, smart try there. Vanias trying to take the shots, but it'll be Kylie Crayons at the line, so we'll see if she can sink these. It's still the 1-and-1 bonus for the Silver Streaks. No good. Great rebound. Way to go get that, Abby Berge. Tiana Schwinghammer. And we're going to get a timeout. Christina Anderson will want to talk it over here. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Jaguars lead it by 10, 43-33. So out of the timeout, the Jaguars looking to get some points on the board and just not turn it over.
Yeah, you
just
have
get
to
a good
imagine
look.
that's what she was talking about there and telling them to slow down.
Trying to get it down to Allison Dingman. They have done a great job, Osakis has, of denying that to get it down low. They've kept the ball up on the top a lot and have allowed their guards to get a lot of steals because of it. And, yep, that's going to be a foul. That'll be on Mara Vanias. That's going to be her 4th foul, so it's just 2.5 minutes left to go, but we all know how long these last couple minutes can take, especially with both teams in the bonus. So Abby Berge will head to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Abby's been sitting on 16 points for a while. Johannes has worked her way up to 15 points for the Silver Streaks. No good. Jaguars have not shot the ball well from the free throw line tonight. And that's where you got to trap her. She picked up the ball. Kaylee Fisher falls off.
Yeah, falls off instead of goes up there and applies more pressure as the Jaguars trap there and get a little more pressure.
3-pointer from the corner up. No good. And I don't know why they whistled that dead right away, but nonetheless, it still landed out of bounds, but it's got to touch something up there for it to be called, or touch the back of the backboard. Osakis now in their full court press. Abby Verge gets the ball in. Kaylee Fisher doesn't meet the pass, almost gets it stolen away. Jaguars lucky to retain that possession.
Yeah, I imagine that the Jaguars are going to try to run some time off the clock here. And hopefully not get a turnover while doing that.
Yep. I'm surprised the Jaguars haven't tried just running a 5-out with trying to get it out, clear everything out.
That's a nice pass there by Dingman, right to Berge.
Right in the pocket. Here we go. That's exactly what you want there from the Jaguars. That's
a great pass, a great cut there.
And Johannes for 3. This zone is not what you want right now with the 3-point shooting of Johannes, and the Jaguars are just not moving well. quick on the defensive side in this zone at all. So Johannes is up to 18 points along with Abby Berge at 18 points. We've got a 9-point game, minute 30 to go. Jaguars by 9. So the Jaguars will inbound it with the ball, up 9 points, and they were going to get a quick foul there. Trying to get the steal was Carly Menshuber, and Kaylee Fisher will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That'll be the third foul on Carly as she will check out. And Kylie Kranz will check back into the game. Too strong on that one. Tried to go for it.
Could have been a foul there, but
should have been a foul
yeah,
there.
nothing called.
Up top.
Wide open there.
No good. Battle for the
Nice
board.
rebound
Johannes
there.
grabs it. Air ball on the short corner shot. Tiana Schwinghammer controls it. Gets it to Kaylee Fisher, and here come the Jaguars. You don't want to pick it up in that corner. Good job. If you're Allison Dingman, you got to set a screen there.
Yeah.
These are the times when they're pressing up, and you got to. Oh, that's not a going for a steal attempt. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it sure was not, but
So that'll
just a
be on
regular foul, they
yeah.
say.
Haley Niehoff. Oh, no. 34. Is there a 34 on? She's not on the floor. 24 it was on. Should be her second foul.
Yeah, like you said, Jaguars just not really capitalizing on these free throws. Yeah, just been kind of a drought for them with that spot on the floor.
They're shooting well under 50%, I would have to say. Under a minute to go. Jaguars by 10 points. Stanek in the corner. Over to Vanias. Niehoff. Shot fake. You got to get a quick hitter
does a
here.
nice job with shot fakes and all that and getting the Jaguars to move. But not really. They need to get going here fast, and they get a point there. But
That's exactly what you got to do.
got to go a little bit
Osakis
faster than that.
Out of timeouts here. You got to follow right away. Tiana Stringham returns and sees open ground. And now we'll finally get that foul. A lot of clock ticks off there.
Yeah, you want to go faster on the offensive side and get that quick foul. Not let the girl dribble up the court.
So that'll be Haley Niehoff's third. And we're in the double bonus, so Tiana Schwinghammer will shoot 2. No good again on the first attempt from the Jaguars. And the second one is good, 50% at the line. Oh, that's just not a smart foul. Not a smart foul at all.
Yeah, that didn't take very much time off the clock, so not a good choice there.
The worst thing you can do if you're the Jaguars is stop the clock and give them time to shoot with the clock not running.
Yeah.
That's inexperience of late game situations from a lot of these new girls. Vanias can't hit at the line. That's Tiana's 4th foul. And miss is good on the second. 8-point game. Tiana
Almost
Schwinghammer
a
lucky to
turnover
get
there.
that. And there will be the turnover. Tessa Stanek gets it.
A nice pass there and ends up traveling, getting a little too excited there. But a nice
So-
steal there by Osakis.
11.4 on the clock. If you're Abby, you got to just dribble this. There you go. And Stanek gets that one before the buzzer sounds. And that'll do it for here. An ugly win for the Jaguars as it ended up going down. The Jaguar wrestling team takes their final match against Minnesota. I have a final on that, as they ended up beating them pretty handily. That was a big test for them up in Bertha. They beat the final was 55-18. So tomorrow on tap, the dance team travels to Albany, and on next Thursday they have their home invitational. And wrestling tomorrow is at West Central. And Friday and Saturday
At Pine River.
at Pine River. Okay. The boys basketball team takes on Holding Ford on Tuesday night. And next Thursday they travel to Eden Valley. While the girls team takes on ACGC on Thursday night home. And then on Saturday they play host to the defending state champion and the team that took the state championship from them, Minnesota,
That'll
next
be an
Saturday.
exciting game for sure.
Yeah, Minnesota looks real tough again, so we'll see how the Lady Jags can perform in that one. But tonight they come away with the win, 47-41. Thank you and good night.